Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? It's hot here, as always. God damn, I need to turn this temperature down. I'm seeing a yes over there. I'm seeing a yes over there. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Psh, testing. Attention, please. Oh, even TikTok can hear me. Wow, I got everybody hearing me all at one time. That's crazy. That's rare. And my volume's okay? Testing. Attention, please. Hey, Steven. Hey, Sarge. Linda, what's going on? AJ, I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad week. I'm very sorry to hear that. It's definitely been an interesting week for me. I'm not gonna go so far as to call it bad. I will go so far as to call it not good. Okay, is that fair? But that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna keep moving on. Trust me. No matter how rough your week it wasn't as rough as anybody who had to listen to Donald Trump's State of the Union yesterday. I promise you that. I prom I promise you it's if you watch that, you're having a worse week than everybody else. All right. So Tara, so like I really did so like I again, guys, I understand why y'all don't watch Donald Trump, okay? It's very frustrating and annoying, and it's something about his voice and his face and his tone and the words that are coming out, right? So like I totally understand why you guys don't do it. All right? But I kind of have to, you know? Like that it's kind of my like I kind of have to. All right? So, I don't really have much of a choice. I did I only made it through the first hour before I was like I have to turn this thing off. Like I can't like I literally can't. Like it was making me depressed. Like and I was just like I got to turn it off. Like I got to turn it off. And I went back and watched the rest of it later. And it was so bad. It was just so bad. I just Can you just please tell me where the Biden can't even like talk crowd is? Like where's the like where's that crowd at? Okay? Where's that crowd at? That's all I want to know. Cuz good god, man. He was slurring. He was holding himself up. I honestly think, and this is just my opinion. Okay, you can. This is not. This is just a guess. I'm just telling you guys what it looked like to me. Okay. Uh, it looked like they were afraid that he couldn't make it through more than one sentence, and so like he would say a singular sentence, and then like they would have to pause for like 20 seconds for the people to clap. Like, did you guys not notice that? Like he'd be like, I came in and Joe Biden gave us the worst thing ever, and I fixed it. And then like literally all of them would stand up and yay for like way too long. And then he would get back down, they sit back down, and he goes, inflation was horrible. Inflation was horrible. There's no more inflation. Affordability is a hoax. And then they would all stand up, and he would pause, and he would walk away from the microphone, and he'd do one of these, and he'd look around, and then he'd come. It was like, I know they're saying that was like the longest like State of the Union ever. I know that's what they're saying, right? But like, can we figure out how much of that actual speech was him actually talking? Because if it's 20, like 30%, like I would be surprised, right? If it was more than like 25%, 30% that he was talking, a half an hour was literally just him just being like, this guy gets an award, and that guy gets an award, and this guy gets an award, and that was it. I'm just saying, like it it wasn't like, it was bad because he didn't really like doing like it was like a giant rage bait like type of thing, like whatever. But at the end of the day, like you didn't actually like learn anything, right? Like there was nothing that happened during that freaking whole hour and 41 minutes that you were like, "Oh, now I feel like better for the country or worse for the country." He didn't say anything. It was nothing. He said absolutely nothing. It it was the ramblings of a drunk old man. Like not even a drunk old man, like a dementia patient old man. Like it was nothing. It wasn't even it wasn't even a good MAGA rally. Like for all of his like mostly, you know, faults that he had. The one thing you couldn't take away from Donald Trump is that he was real good at like getting a crowd like going. You know what I'm saying? Like he could get a crowd going. Like he'd be, you know, he'd have all the hits, Hunter Biden or what, you know, like he'd have all the hits just like coming out of nowhere. And like you could tell, just like he didn't have a fastball anymore. Like he just didn't have a fastball anymore. Like that was his full speed right there. You know, it was literally sad to watch. It was literally sad to watch. He held himself up. He was slurring his words, right? There was like a couple dozen times where his you saw his brain just reset. Like on stage. Like he was up on stage, said something, got like 4 words in, his whole brain just shut down, and then he just like restarted the sentence. It happened like a couple dozen times. Like it was just sad, man. It was just sad. I don't know what to tell you. It was simply just sad. So, anyways, I don't know. If you missed it, congratulations. I'm sure your life is better for that, right? If you watched it like me, my condolences. I'm sorry for your loss. That's a couple hours that you will never get back. Right? So you're just, I'm sorry, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's just sad that like, oh, what, we're gonna have the downfall of America, and that dude's the one that's gonna bring us there. Like, we didn't even get like a good downfall. You know, we don't even get to have like a notorious, like, it's not even gonna go down in history like as a good one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, Caesar like drove Rome into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was blah, you know, and it's like, well, what happened in the United States? Well, they let a drunk old man run the country, and he just went into dementia, and that was it. Like, cool story, bro. Like, what happened? Well, this guy kept shitting himself, and they were like, you know what that guy would be good at? President. And then then there was just no, then, then China showed up, and like it wasn't even really much of a fight. The third dude, he doesn't even, his makeup doesn't even look good anymore. Not that it ever really looked good, but at least it was evenly orange. Like, at least before it was evenly orange. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like his makeup artist like didn't, you know, I didn't even care. You know, he looked like he just woke up. Like, just woke up. Like, he woke up, and like he had his makeup all messed up, and his hair was all like off to the side. You know, he had the audio. It was pretty bad. He he looked he looked like a hungover sorority girl the next day after a big party. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the hair's not doing it, the makeup's not doing it anymore. You might have looked great last night, but like, you slept over at your friend's house. It's not doing well anymore. You know? just not doing well anymore. Yeah. Oh no, I saw all the Democrats' faces. They were looking at it like, I it it like, I saw Elizabeth Warren's face, and Elizabeth Warren's face was just like, I can almost like read her mind, right? It was like she was just like, we let this dude beat us. Like, that's what it kind of looked like. You know? Like, this was the guy that got us? No one better? She just like was just like, the justices were completely different. The justices had a look of just like, how do I even describe it? Like disassociation. All right. Like, disassociation. Like, it's like they were talking about him, and just like they were just like, and I'm not saying the Supreme Court justices are morons, because they're not, right? Well, a couple of them are, but for the most part, they're not, right? But it was just like they were just like mouth breathing. They were just like Trump said something and it was just like, it was like they had headphones in, they weren't even listening to like they probably had little like headphones. They were probably listening to my live. That's probably what it was. They were listening to me and not Donald Trump because they had no reaction. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the Supreme Court justices were actually listening to me. Yep, they were listening to a repeat of my live and they were just like, okay, well. Oh no. That's not good. Well, oh, there it oh. Hello? There it is. All right. Yeah, it's a really sad evening just for the country and for people, you know? Just for like the country and for just like people and for existence, you know. Anyways. Yeah, Barrett was the word. Like Barrett was definitely she definitely had the look on her face. She was just like, "Oh my fucking god." Especially when he starts going off about, dude, first of all, if you're a Republican congressman, like, can I just be just like real, like, just, I'm just going to speak to all the Republican congressmen out there that I know watch my show, right? I know I'm very popular in the House GOP. All right. So for all of you guys that watch my show, all right, I just got a little piece of advice for you, okay? Just fucking like grow a pair. Like, holy shit. Like, you get this 80-year-old man slurring his words, fucking can't even stand, holding himself by the freaking podium, and he's like, I don't need you. I'll do tariffs all I want. And you're like, thank you, sir. Can I have another? Can I have, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You are literally Congress people. Like, he's literally giving a giant, like, fuck you to you. Right? Like, he's literally looking at you saying, I don't need any of you guys. I don't care what the Constitution says. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. And they're just like, thank you, sir. Oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking all of our power away. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I became a congressman because someone told me I was pretty. I didn't actually want to do the job, right? So thank you for just doing the whole job for us. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Fucking pathetic, man. It's fucking sad. You know, as you guys are coming in, please double tap that screen if you're over on the Clock app. I really appreciate you. If you're over on YouTube, come in, leave a comment, say hi, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to support the live, do a super chat, super stickers, live gift goals. We've got the money guns going on over here. So if you'd like to support that way, and pay links in the bio, they're all at Polypolitics. So if you'd like to support, I really, really appreciate you guys. Truth is key. Thank you so much for the $1 and the cute little dog in the picture. I really appreciate that. Jen, thank you so much for the $10. Said, who all has plans for when it finally happens? Wife and I will be partying in the streets. I'll be here. All right. That's where I'll be. Also, remember, you can bet on Kalshi, I guess. I've never actually been on it, but I've heard 19%. 19%. I need a new chair. This thing's uncomfortable. 19%. Okay. In case you're wondering. Thank you so much, Jen. Drew, thank you so much for the makeup brush. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And random, thank you so much for the happy poop. I appreciate that also. All right, well, we're gonna start this thing out. Phone lines are open. I just want to see how people. I want to see how other people felt about the State of the Union last night. Just very interesting. But remember, parties at Jen's house, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. If anything does ever happen, then Jen's house is where the party's at. I'll be there, I guess. Someone said 19% what? Kalshi has it at 19% chance that Trump doesn't make it through 2026 on this mortal plane. So, you know, just thought I'd let you know. This guy said Polly's only here. First of all, he can't even spell Polly right, which is crazy because it's literally written on the screen where he leaves this comment. Polly's only here to get your guys' money, so give him money. Or to give him money, so keep giving them money. Polly's only here to get your guys to give him money, so keep giving them money. Sir, I would advise if you're going to try to talk shit, you learn English first. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
Yeah, okay. Sir, I'm just saying, like, English is helpful, okay? It totally ruins your ability to talk any type of shit when you literally don't know how to like speak the English language, okay, Chris? All right. I thought I'd let you know. That's just for you. All right. Just thought I'd let you, that's just for you. Okay? Someone said they could barely hear him. He was way down. Oh, yeah, because I'm the one out here with Trump watches and Trump Bibles. Yeah, I'm the grifter. Brittany, thank you so much for the $5. Says, thank you for talking with MAGA idiots. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. AJ, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. I wonder if that's because, to keep them give him money or whatever that dude said. Thank you so much. And Carolyn, thank you so much for the $10. That just says to give Polly money. And with a little money bag at the end. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Fly over here says, no problem, can do. Also hooking me up. Wow. Chris, not only were you bad at English, I think it had the exact opposite effect of what you were trying to do. Pretty crazy. Chris, thank you so much for your lack of English skills. And I mean, I doubt you know another language. So thank you so much, Fly. I appreciate Carolyn and AJ and Fly for helping with Chris's dream. Right? For helping with Chris's dream. All right. Who's this person? AJ, thank you so much. Said just to give you money. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Chris would love to respond, but he's trying to use Grammarly on YouTube chat over there. So he's right now realizing that Grammarly doesn't work on it, or he'd be responding to all this. All right. Thank you so much, AJ. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
Not old enough. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate that. Can I teach you to English? No, I cannot. Actually, funny enough, I don't know if I told you guys this or not. But I got into a giant thing about the difference between a transitive and an intransitive verb the other day. And I've gotten in 2 different conversations about it. And between both of them, I have yet to actually figure out what the difference is. So no, you do not want me teaching you English. Okay? That's not a good call for anyone. All right? And if you guys are out there and you're like, I could teach you, no, you can't. Okay?
It's insane.
No, you can't. All right? I don't know the difference. And at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm just never going to learn. Okay? Blinded, thank you so much for the money bag. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Tatted, thank you so much for the $5. And money, me need a lot of money now. Give me a lot of money now.
It's insane.
Thank you, Tatted. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Norbert says, for keeping it real, Polly. Thank you so much, Norbert. I really appreciate that. Yo, can we get W's in the chat for everybody who's donating to Chris's English fund? We get big W's in the chat for everyone's donating over there. Hello, how are you? All right, so pretty good. And for Brittany over on the green app that's not on any of them. Thank you so much. Can I handle 2, 2, and 2? Yes, I got that down easy. I can even, I'm not to brag, okay, not to brag, but I can even do there, and there. Yeah, I can even do there, and there. I know, it's pretty impressive. Hello?
What's up, man?
What's up? How old are you?
40.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No, I don't.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. Yeah, I can do. Yes. Hey, hold on. Where's that comment at? Yes, exactly. There, and there. I can do all three. There, and there. I can do all of them. All right? And don't tell me I can't. No, and there. Yes. I can even do there. I like to do that right there. Truth, thank you so much for the $5. Says Trump's hair looked like partially eaten cotton candy sitting atop a potato. Partially eaten cotton candy sitting atop a potato. Is it like a sweet potato? Because they're orange? You get it? Because he's an orange potato. What kind of cotton candy? It was like, did he eat the cotton candy? Was he the one who ate the cotton candy and stuck it up there? Or did Melania eat it? Are they feeding her? A peeled sweet potato. I see a peeled rotten sweet potato covered with cotton candy. I was thinking more like the little like little root things that comes out of the potato. You know what I'm talking about? Like when the potato's been sitting on the counter for too long, you get those little like root things with like the hair, like it's kind of eyes. Is that what they're called? Spuds, sprouts is what I would have said. People keep saying eyes. Potato eye. That's a real thing. That's a real thing in real life. I'm gonna keep calling them sprouts. I think you guys are making things up. Okay. I've never heard that in my entire life. Just thought I'd let you know. I've never heard that in my entire life. And you guys are all making things up, and you're trying to fool me because you know I'm not too smart. Okay. So you guys are trying to trick me. All right. You guys are trying to take advantage of poor little Polly. All right. Who doesn't know anything. All right. I'm just a little dumb, and you guys are trying to trick me. Okay. Thank you so much, Truth. I'm hearing this is like a Midwest thing. Is this a Midwest thing, calling them eyes? I don't know. I've never been to the Midwest. And I do live in the South, but I'm a transplant. See, I live in Florida. I'm not from Florida. I don't. You guys are. I don't know what you guys are doing. Are you trying to? Well, guys, I would love to go to the Midwest. It's cold there. All right. It's cold there. I don't like cold. Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello? You're breaking up.
Nope.
There we go. That's great.
I like how people, like, as I sit here not moving, calling you through a computer, you think I'm the one losing reception.
Right.
Yeah.
I said you're breaking up. So, like, if you're breaking up on my phone, then you're breaking
Then
up
that's
on
on your phone.
But,
Yeah.
right. And I'm telling you that, and I don't understand how that's a problem.
I mean, it's only a problem for you. You're the
Anyways,
one with the bad
I'm
phone.
still a Trump supporter. I just wanted
I
to
can
know,
tell by your
so,
misunderstanding
State
of what
the-
breaking up means.
Okay. So, what do you think about Biden's State of the Union compared to Trump's State of the Union?
Biden's was much better. And that's not even good because Biden's wasn't even good. That's the sad part. Biden's last one wasn't even good, and it was still better than
I
Trump's.
mean, standing in front of a bunch of red lights with guards and calling the other half of the country enemies, that's good comparatively to giving medals of honor and having older veterans that
What's the
were
point of
never
the State of the
gifted
Union,
medals of
sir?
honor, and then
Sir,
also
sir,
bring
what's the
up-
point of the State of the
bringing up
Union?
multi-
Hey,
showing how they will
hey,
not support
hey, is your phone breaking up again?
any position.
Is your phone breaking up again? Is
Any
that what this
position.
is?
So why won't they stand up?
Sir,
for
I asked you a
common
question.
sense
What's the
then?
point of the State of the Union?
That has nothing to do with.
Sir, I'm not
what
not
trying to
asking you
say.
to tell me
I'm
whether you
trying to
think
tell
it has
you
something to
that
do with something.
your
I'm asking
president
you what the point
loves
of the State of the
sowing
Union
divide.
is.
You love sowing divide. And
Cool.
it's
I'm
why
only
you
going to
like
ask you one more time.
State of the Union more.
Okay. What's the point of the State of the Union?
I'm going to tell you that I don't know and I don't care.
All right.
and
Well, I
that
don't. I know you
like
don't
sowing
know.
divide.
That's why I asked you, and I know you don't care because why would you care about things that matter to the United States? Okay. So now I'm going to explain what it
matters a
is.
lot whenever you have.
Shh. Okay. The point of the State of the Union is for the president to tell the American people and Congress what the state of the union is, the status of the United States, how we're doing in all sorts of things. See, way back when the State of the Union was started, we didn't have things like the internet. Okay, so you couldn't just look up what rates were and all that sort of stuff, right? So it's his job to come out and talk about that. What it is not is an award ceremony. Okay. So, while I think it's awesome that you give people medals of honor and you get to be like, oh, look at this veteran and all sorts of stuff. I think that that's great. Honoring that dude in Texas, I think that was awesome. That's not the fucking point, and that's what a president would do if a president doesn't have anything good to actually talk about. He's pretty much just, spouting off shit because he has nothing good to fucking talk about.
Right? Calling the other half of the country enemies. That's the State of the Union. You
No, I don't think
him
that's good at all, sir.
displaying visually. You
Sir,
don't think
sir, I
displaying
don't think that's
visually
good.
for
Sir,
all
you
of the
did
people
hear me
you
say,
don't-
maybe you didn't hear me
You
say
good,
this because
bro?
you were too busy talking.
Oh,
I
heard everything you
said
said.
Biden's wasn't
How?
good. Did you not hear me say
Okay,
that?
great.
All right.
You just
So
said
why
it's
do you
better than
keep bringing
Trump.
up things from Biden's as if I'm going to defend it, as if I think that it's good? Because I don't think that it's good, so I'm not going to defend it.
Okay, so then tell me, how did he not accomplish the State of the Union? Because he made a very clear display that Democrats don't have any common stances with any humans.
That Democrats don't have any common stances with any humans.
No, they don't. They're going to sit here and say we should. They're not going to.
You don't think people want freaking affordable health care?
Protecting American
You don't think that
citizens? Like, what's
they don't
the
think
entire
that
point of
people
the
in the United
Constitution?
States want
Do you
affordable health
think-
care?
Do you think there
Sir,
are
I'm not,
humans
sir,
on-
sir. I know you came up here because I don't know, maybe your wife left you, your kids don't talk to you anymore. I'm here to have a conversation, not listen to you crash out, okay? So, do you think that the American people, okay, want affordable health care? Yes or no?
It's insane.
No,
You don't think that people in the United States want affordable health care?
I don't think anyone wants universal health care.
I didn't say universal health care, did I? Use your ears and not your mouth. Did I say universal health care or did I say affordable health care?
Oh, well, healthcare is very affordable.
Sir,
why do you need to go to the doctor?
Sir,
2
this
times
is
a year?
sir. See, this is you're trying too hard here, buddy.
Why do you need to go to the doctor?
Shh. You're trying too hard here. Okay? Yes or no? Do people in the United States want affordable health care?
Right. And what
No,
healthcare
right
do
is
they
not a
need?
yes or a no. You still somehow found a way to fuck it up. Yes or no? Do they want it?
They have it.
I didn't ask whether they have it or not. I asked, do they want it?
No.
Gotcha. So this guy's stance is that people in the United States do not want their health care
They
to
have
be
affordable
affordable.
healthcare.
Okay. So what he's actually saying is right now it's affordable and he wants to actually make it worse. But at the same time, he's saying that the people on the Democratic side don't have any stances in common with the United States when this guy's stance is we should make healthcare more expensive.
Absolutely not. It
No,
doesn't
that's what
need
you
to be
said.
affordable.
You said it's affordable now and people
It
don't
does
want
not need to
affordable.
be
Sir,
affordable.
you
The
said,
Repub-
sir, you said it's affordable now and people don't want affordable health care. So therefore, the only way to make it less affordable is to make it more expensive.
They're asking for capitalism, sir.
Sir,
and you
I'm
know
not
what happens
asking about
whenever
that,
you
sir.
run a
Why do you think Americans want their health care to be more expensive?
I think they want the capitalistic system to work, and whenever you have doctors that decide they're
I wasn't
going to
talking about
rob
any of this,
patients-
sir. Sir,
Great.
sir,
Are you
sir.
going to let me finish my point? or are
No,
you
because you're not
are you just gonna
responding to
straw man
anything
everything?
that I'm talking about. Okay.
Absolutely. My point is
No, I don't care what your point is, sir. I care that we're having a conversation here. And you seem to be refusing to have that. Okay. But if you're not going to engage in the conversation with me, then you don't get to speak. If you want to engage with me, then I allow you to speak. That's how this works. Okay. You only get to speak if you're engaging in conversation with me. Understood?
how is capitalism making it unaffordable?
I didn't say
Because
anything
it's
about fucking
your system
capitalism,
that's
sir.
making it
Sir,
unaffordable.
you see how you're not addressing anything that we're talking about?
Americans
Were we
want
having a
affordable
conversation
healthcare.
about whether capitalism is
that?
bad or not?
Did you hear that
Sir,
part?
were we having a
Americans want-
conversation about whether capitalism was good or not? Is that what this conversation was? Or was this conversation about whether or not people want affordable health care? Which one is it?
They want affordable health care, right?
You said no.
Americans want affordable health care.
You said no. You
Well,
said they didn't want
I
that.
said no in the context of
No, no,
what
there was
you
no
are
context.
proposing is
The
only
context
option.
is, do Americans want affordable health care? There was no context. There
Okay,
was
yes, they
nothing
do.
for you to
What's
draw
next
for.
month,
There
sir?
wasn't
What's
some
next
hidden
month?
meeting behind it. It was, do Americans want
What's your next
affordable
song?
health care. You said no.
Yes, they enjoy affordable health care.
Perfect. So you would like to change your stance, correct?
They have it.
So you would like to change your stance to they want affordable health care.
They want to continue to have affordable health care.
Awesome. Democrat stance is they want people to have affordable health care. So therefore, you just already ruined your point saying that Democrats don't have any stance that is common with the American people, right? Since their
They do not
stance
want
is
affordable
we
health
want
care.
people to
They
have
do not
affordable
want
health care. That was pretty simple. That was pretty easy. We got there like so incredibly fast, didn't we?
You're lying. How do Democrats want affordable health care?
That's their stance. You said they don't
Because
have
they
a stance.
say it?
Sir,
Because
you
they
said
say it?
what stance
Because
does
they
Donald
say
Trump
it?
have, sir?
That's your only proof because they say
That's
they
what a
want it.
stance is, sir.
That's their stance. And
Sir,
so
how
what
else do
is
you
backing
display
up their
a stance?
What is backing up their stance?
Sir, sir, how do you display a stance?
Tell
Because
me,
a stance
you
is
display a
literally
stance by
something that you say, sir.
policy
That's
and
literally what
your
it is,
ideas
right?
are.
Like that's
What are
literally what
their
it is. Like I'll give you an
ideas to
example.
achieve
I'll give you
affordable
an
health
example, sir. Okay? Like Donald
Forcing
Trump,
everyone to pay.
Donald Trump's stance is he wants to make gas more affordable by drilling more. Okay? That's his stance, right? Now, he has no way to effectuate that, right? His plan isn't going to work, right? But that's his stance because that's what he says. That's what he freaking stands on is that he is going to make people's gas more affordable by drilling more. Okay. His stance is we need to build a wall across the southern border to stop undocumented immigration. That's his stance. It doesn't help anything. It's actually not going to do anything, but that's his stance. All right. So maybe the confusion is that you don't know what a stance is.
So is it my turn now?
I don't know. Are you going to stop starting your sentences in the middle of mine?
So what
That
I'm
wasn't
saying is that
no, sir. That was a question I needed an answer to. Are you going to stop starting your sentences in the middle of no, I guess not. I guess not.
What's the question?
Are you going to stop answering starting your sentences in the middle of mine?
Yep.
Okay, because I was asking you that question and you started a sentence in the middle of mine while I was asking you that.
Well, you're right. So
Okay, so what we're going to do, sir, I'm just going to level set with you. No, we're going to level set here. We're going to level set here. Okay. We are going to have a conversation. And when we have that conversation, okay, we are going to stay on topic. We're not going to move from stance to stance to stance. We're not going to jump around like a crazy person. And we're going to attempt to have a conversation like an adult, regardless of your best efforts to make it not like that. Okay.
Got it. And your last point was that Trump is making a stance. He wants to make oil cheaper. And you're saying that that doesn't do anything, which is the same point that
no,
I'm making.
that is not what I said.
But the thing is that you're alive.
That's not what I said.
Okay, what is your position then? Trump
I
has a
said that
stance
his
he wants to lower
stance.
oil prices.
No, I said that his stance of lowering oil prices by drilled baby drill, he has no ability to effectuate that.
And that's untrue.
I'm sorry. Does Donald Trump decide whether private oil companies within capitalism that you were so apt to talk about, can he decide whether they drill or not?
No, he cannot. But
Then
can
he does not
influence-
have an ability to effectuate
Wow.
whether
You
or
get
not
to
we
just
drill more.
You literally get to talk over my 3-word response.
What was your 3-word response? I thought you were
had a
finished.
comma. You get to interrupt it, but you get to demand because this is your second or third YouTube channel that's got demonetized and canceled.
This is literally my first ever YouTube channel.
Sure.
So
Are you going to let me finish my point or not?
go ahead, sir. I've asked you to go ahead 3 times, but you just started crying instead.
Right. I said no, and then you talked right over.
Well, that no is usually ended by a
You
period.
asked me,
So that's
can
the end of
Trump
his sentence.
directly affect that, and I said no, but he can, and you talked right over it.
Well, I didn't hear that, sir. Are you going to finish your sentence or continue to cry about it?
Oh, I'm not crying. I think that
I
you're
guess
the
the
one
answer
that's
was
acting
continue
like
to
I'm
cry
gonna
about it.
stop the
Sir, you've had
conversation.
about
Let's
6
have a
chances now
conversation like
to
adults,
finish your
and then
sentence. I
you're
would
gonna
That
really
is
do the
appreciate it
exact
if you
insane.
thing
just
that you're
would.
doing like you always do.
All right. I would rather you
So,
just
can I
finish your
talk yet?
sentence instead of the
Can I
whining.
talk yet? Can I talk
You've had
yet?
about a
Can I talk
dozen
yet?
chances
Can I
now.
talk?
All right. Then now no. Now you can't. I've given you about a dozen chances to start, and so now no you can't. Okay? I've asked you to start about a dozen times now. So no, now you can't. Now you can sit there and be quiet. All right? And you can fucking like it. If you want to be treated like a child, all right, then I'll treat you like one. It's fine. You want to act like one, I'll treat you like one. Sound good? I said we were going to attempt to have this like adults. I am really sorry that you're having such a rough time with that.
So you think Trump can influence oil prices?
I didn't say that.
So your only position is that because he has a stance to lower oil prices and because he cannot directly lower the oil prices, but you're admitting that he can influence the price of oil.
He has certain abilities to influence it, yes, but he cannot force private companies to drill,
then what's your
which is
position?
what he
What's your
said he
position?
was.
Can he
His
do it or not?
stance was that he was going to force us to drill. He said, we are going to drill, baby, drill, and that is going to lower oil prices. He does not have the ability to effectuate that because the president of the United States, especially the president of the United States in a capitalistic society, all right, does not make decisions for oil companies. And he also doesn't decide the price of oil per barrel. He doesn't decide how much oil is drilled across the world. He doesn't decide how much demand there is on the system. He doesn't get to do any of that.
You know there's back orders for oil fields, right?
You know there's
Like in
back
Texas,
orders for
like
oil fields. What does that have to do
there's-
with anything I just said?
Because you're telling me that he can't control it, and you're technically correct. But whenever you have a back order of leases on oil fields in Texas, and there's millions and billions of dollars waiting to be spent because they cannot drill anymore, then I would say that lifting regulations is a direct correlative action that actually enables drilling for more oil.
Sir, he's already released tons of drilling in the Gulf. Nobody's taking him up on it. He's released drilling in Alaska. Nobody's taking him up on it. Big Oil specifically said, I know you're releasing this stuff and we're still not going to drill. Okay. So
You
that's
know you can
fine.
look it
Okay.
up, right?
But sir, that wasn't the point of this conversation. Okay. You were
Right.
confused about what a stance is. All right. And the difference between a stance and being able to effectuate that stance. The stance of the Democratic
My
Party
point
is
was
to
not
make
about a
healthcare
stance.
more
My point
affordable.
was not about
Then
a
you
stance.
asked me, how did they effectuate that? And I didn't say that they did. I simply said they had a stance, right? And so I was explaining to you
original
using
point-
one of Trump's stances, how he could have a stance, all right, and not be able to effectuate that.
It's insane.
Right. And so you see how Trump had a stance and he had an answer. And the answer was lifting regulations because there's back orders on oil leases. And now let's go back to the original point about health care. You have a stance that you want a more affordable health care. And I'm saying that you do not have a workable plan other than forcing everyone to pay into health care, whether or not they go to the doctor or not, which is what Obama tried to do. And you guys are totally okay with pulling off a fascist regime, calling the other side Nazis, and forcing people to pay a bill that they don't have to pay, even if they don't want to go to the doctor ever their entire life.
Yeah, sir. What you just described was insurance.
You don't need to pay for it.
Sir, you just described insurance. Literally, if people have health
Yes.
insurance, they pay into a giant pool. And if they never go to the
Right, and
hospital
you're
in their
trying to force
entire
that.
life off of that
And
pool,
you're trying to force
okay,
it.
then you're saying insurance is fascist now.
I'm saying that you forcing an American citizen to have insurance is fascist.
You mean like car insurance?
You don't have to have car
Yes, you
insurance.
do. You are required by law
Absolutely
to
not.
have car insurance. Okay, you are
Really?
required.
When you don't
If you
have a
drive
car,
a
when you don't
vehicle,
have a car, you need car insurance?
no, but if you
When you
have
don't
a
have a
car,
car, you
you
need
are
car
forced to have one. Do you have the choice if you have a car to get or to get auto insurance?
Do you make a choice to buy a car?
Sir,
Because
I didn't
don't make a
ask you
choice
that.
to
I
be
asked
born.
you if you have a car, are you required by law to have car insurance?
No, you're not, and you don't have
Okay,
a
well then
driver's
you don't
license.
understand the law, sir.
You don't. You can own a car without car insurance. You can't drive it.
Okay, sir. Are you required by law if you're going to operate your vehicle, okay, to have insurance?
No, because if you drive as Uber, you could technically get your insurance through there.
So you
And that would
have
be Uber that owes the
insurance.
insurance. Regardless, it's not
Well,
required by
guys,
law.
I guess we're living in a fascist country under Trump because we have to get car insurance. I can't believe fascist Trump is forcing us to get insurance to drive our vehicles. Horrific. God.
Right, and
Thank
so,
you for
hold on,
proving to
hold
me
on,
that
let's
Donald Trump was a
draw-
fascist, sir.
hold
I
on,
appreciate that.
Can all right, so let's go ahead and draw a distinction here. Okay, so if I get sick, how am I harming others by not going to the doctor?
If you never go to the doctor,
If I never go to the doctor,
oh, you're probably
how
not.
am I harming anyone else by never going to the doctor?
Well, if you live by yourself completely and you're in complete isolation and you hurt yourself and you choose not to go to the doctor, then you're probably not hurting anyone else.
And whenever you get into a wreck, are you affecting public property or affecting other people's cars or affecting nature, which needs to then be cleaned up? That is a totally different
No, not at all.
circumstance
If you
than
live
health
all by
insurance.
yourself in the middle of nowhere and you get into a car wreck and you hit a stump or something like that, you're probably also not hurting anyone else.
Someone has to fix the road. Someone has to fix the trees. Someone has to go.
Who said it was on a
and
road?
Pick up your car.
And who said it was a tree?
Somebody has to do something with it, bro.
Why?
I mean, unless you're talking about somebody that is like driving on a non-existent road
Yeah.
in a non-existent place.
Yeah.
Where,
Well, no, there's lots of places without roads, sir.
so then why would you need insurance in that situation? Because
I don't know.
none of
Why
us
would
be
you
able to
need
pay-
insurance in that situation?
You don't.
Oh, but the law says you have to have
You're
it.
driving on your own property. You
But the
don't
law,
need-
I
you
didn't
don't
say it was
need
your own
insurance if
property.
you're
I
driving on your own
never said it
property.
was your own property.
Oh, so you're performing an illegal action.
What? How?
So how can you drive somewhere that is not your property, but it is not a road? And you
You
can
think
get
there's
at a
not
rate of
places in the
speed
United
wreck.
States that are not roads and not your property? Because guess what? I grew up riding dirt bikes across them my whole life.
Right. So is that somebody else's property?
No, public property.
Okay. So is it public property?
Some of it is. Some of it's private property that's not mine. All sorts of other things.
So it needs to be managed. It needs to be managed, which means
No,
that
it
if you
doesn't. There's
wreck your
tons of
car,
private
someone needs to
property
go get the
and
car,
public property that's not
get rid of the
managed.
trash. So public property is not managed by the government.
Some of it is. Some of it's just kind of left out and like, to go. Yeah.
So if somebody decides to go and kill a bunch of people and put them on public property, the government is not responsible for figuring out like
No,
what
laws
to do
still
with all the
apply there, sir.
bodies and all-
That's the
all
whole
that,
point of my
right?
point. Thank you so much. I appreciate you making
Yeah,
my point for me. I was wondering how long it would be until you did that.
Yeah, that honestly makes no sense. They are 100% in charge of the public property. And
Sir,
when they find the
yes,
car,
I already
someone
said
will have to pay
laws
money
still apply.
to
You do
remove the
realize
car
laws
from
apply
whatever
for like
property that
murder
you're on.
regardless of whose property you're on, right? Do you not know
Do
that?
what? I'm saying someone would have to clean up the bodies, bro.
Yeah, I would hope it'd be the coroner.
So someone has to get paid
Yeah.
So it's managed by the government.
You know, if somebody dies out on their own property, somebody still has to go out and get the body, right? Somebody still has to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about it?
Yeah. So you see how the laws are the
That
same?
would be taken care of. That would be taken care of under homeowners insurance. That would be taken care of under renters insurance. If no
You
one
think
has
coroner
insurance,
costs
then it
are
just gets
covered
picked
under
up by the city.
homeowners insurance?
Do what?
You think that freaking coroner costs are covered under homeowners insurance?
The removal of the body definitely would be. That's damage to the property.
You obviously do not own a home. Holy shit. Anyways, back to whatever sad, excuse of a point that you had before this, because this
My
is
friend
literally a
removed
generally.
bodies-
Shh.
My friend removed bodies from home. The homeowners insurance.
Sir, I
pays
don't need to know about your serial killer friend. Okay? I really don't.
That's a-
All right?
legitimate job.
Sir, serial killer, I've heard it pays great. Okay? But I'm not interested in hearing about it right now. Okay?
So
What
what's
I
your
am
solution to
saying
healthcare?
is-
just tell me, what's your solution to healthcare? Because nobody has to go to a doctor. Like, whenever I'm choosing not to go to the doctor, that's literally the same thing. as
Sir,
me
I hope
choosing
you
not
choose to
purchase a
never
car.
go to another doctor in your entire life. Okay? I personally, truthfully hope that happens. Okay? But for the overwhelming majority of people in the United States, okay?
So
You
why
will
do
go,
I
sir,
have to
I'm in the
pay
middle
for
of a sentence. Thank you. All right. For the overwhelming majority of people in the United States, they do go to the doctor. And if they don't go on a regular basis, if they don't go due to scheduled appointments or, preventative care or anything like that, they do go when there's an emergency, right? And if that person doesn't have health insurance, then they fall under EMTALA laws. And if they fall under EMTALA laws, then who pays their bill? That's right, the taxpayer. Right. And if you were to add all of that up for all the people that do go for emergency care in the United States, right? And then you took that and you just made it for preventative care, then we would save a lot of money. Right. So it's a lot cheaper for us as taxpayers, right, to just make sure that everybody pays a certain amount into a system like a giant insurance pot, like a giant GoFundMe, right? And then people take out of that as needed, just like we do with car insurance. Okay. It's just a lot cheaper for all of us.
Right, and it seems that way
Right.
in the very beginning, but
Nope.
as I'm gonna move my point on. when
No,
you
we're
have
not moving your
somebody
point
with a
on
really
because
large-
literally there's like 32
Oh.
developed, 32 or 33. I think there's 33 developed nations on the planet. And 32 of them have already figured this out, right? And they're all paying less for medical care than we are. We pay more than every other developed nation that exists, right? They all pay less than us.
You know,
Because they've all figured
that-
that out. And it's just crazy for you to be like, everybody else is paying way less for their health care. But there's no way we could pay less for our health care. There's no way that couldn't work. It just doesn't make any sense, man.
well, I can tell you that you trying to compare doctors in another country that the doctor's prices are set is not a fair comparison to America, which is the main reason why universal health care would never work in the system that we set up, because the doctors are allowed to name their price. And whenever it goes for a renewal for their contract, they're able to ask more each time they go and renew a contract for those prices. So that's why the price of regular things that should not cost as much as they do get priced that way. And then on top of it, they use the insurance companies, and they know that these insurance companies are going to negotiate with them. So you know just as well as I do that if they did not have that parachute of the insurance companies and they had to negotiate with an individual, that their prices would be drastically different.
Nope. What actually just happens there is the government just negotiates the price with the drug company, and it's actually less. That's why we pay more for pharmaceuticals than any of those countries also. because literally they just negotiate the price of the pharmaceuticals, which makes the
I'm talking about
pharmaceuticals
services and
lower, right?
doctors.
So actually, that wouldn't happen at all. And second of all, okay, I'm not saying that all doctors work for the government. That's not how universal health care works, right? So people would still have the ability to negotiate contracts and to make more money and to move jobs and all that sort of stuff. Universal health care wouldn't take that away, just like current government employees right now can still negotiate contracts, they can still get raises, they can still promote, they can still do all of those things, and they can still make more money, right? Just like the doctors that already currently work for the Department of Veterans Hair, Department of Veteran Affairs, or the Department of Defense, right? They still do all of that stuff that you're talking about, right? Even though it's one that's managed by the government. So no, all the things you just said are wrong.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that you made the point that you think you did, but
Sir,
I'm
I'm
talking
sure
about
that you
services
don't think
from
that, okay?
doctors.
But you
Okay,
don't know what you're talking about. So that doesn't surprise me.
okay, okay. So explain to me why I can go to a pediatrician and I can go
Because
to
you're a child, that's
pediatrician
why.
that. Okay. How come I can go to a pediatrician? It can cost me $50, but then as soon as I go to a pediatrician that's covered under insurance, they're billing my insurance
Sir, why are you
350.
going to a pediatrician?
Wow. Okay.
Sir, how old are you? Do you still go to
Can
a
you explain to me
pediatrician?
what is confusing about why I would be going to a pediatrician, sir? Can you explain to me what's confusing about that?
I'm just I thought I asked you your age before you came on.
What
My
reason
bad.
would it be, sir? What reason would it be, sir? What
Because you're a
reason would it be?
child.
Got it. That's the only reason.
That's the only thing I can think of, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what who a pediatrician takes care of?
Yes, I'm very well aware.
Oh, who do
That's why I
pediatricians
want to
take
know
care of?
why I am paying $350 for them to take the kid's temperature, look down his throat, and tell me everything is fine, and do it 3 times a year, and then give him medication that he doesn't need.
Why you're doing that?
Diagnosing the
Because we
children
don't have universal
incorrectly.
health care. That's why.
Right. So you're trying to tell me that if we got universal health care, that you're telling me that the doctors would be okay with you limiting a specific price for a service?
It's not that it's limiting a specific price, sir. I think you're
So
confused
then you're
about
just
how
going to let them
universal
write a
health
blank
care
check.
works, sir.
That's what you're doing. You're literally letting them write a blank check then.
No, sir, the hospital already gets paid the same amount, sir. It's just your insurance pays it. Or if not, you pay a ridiculous amount out of pocket. Instead of that, right, it would go into one giant pool because that's how insurance works, right? That's how single payer healthcare system works. And then out of that pot of money, they would get paid. Do
So
you
I want
do
to know
you
how
think
come it's
universal
more,
health care means
how much,
doctors don't get
why do
paid?
they charge,
Is that what you think
why,
happens?
ask that again?
Do you think that single payer healthcare means that the doctors don't get paid?
No, it's not what I think.
Sir, it's not whether or not they get paid, it's just who pays them. That's the only thing that changes, sir. Instead of you
Right,
paying an
and you
insurance
don't,
company, sir, instead of you paying an insurance company and then you paying a copay, and then your tax dollars going to subsidize both both the hospital and the insurance company, which already happens. Okay. Instead of you paying 4 different ways for your healthcare, you just pay one. You just pay the taxes, all the money goes into a pool, and then they pay the doctor.
Yeah, and I know how much they're paying the doctor, and I don't agree with it.
Sir, you don't know how much they're paying the doctor because we don't have that system.
Got it. I'm sure. I'm sure that's true. 100. You don't get it.
You're sure that it is true, sir. We don't have the system, so how could you know it?
Right. So you can't go to a pediatrician for 10 years and then ask for an itemized bill of what was billed to your insurance, or if you had Medicaid or Medicare or whatever it was. You can't see how much they charged them. You're trying to tell me that I can't do that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
So you're trying to tell me that I can't go to the doctor for 10 years to a pediatrician and then ask the doctor for an itemized bill with each insurance carrier and their approvals of payment, how much they paid for that service, so that I know how much they're paying the doctor.
Sure, you could. Why not?
So then why are you saying that we don't have a system that can provide us that information?
I didn't.
That was the point that you just said.
It was
you-
not.
You made the point that the government is the one that's going to be paying them. And I made the point I don't agree with how much the government is willing to pay the doctor. And then your next point was, how do you know how much they're paying the doctor?
Sir, you say you don't
even have
agree
a
with how much the
system
government is paying a doctor in single payer healthcare. We don't have single payer healthcare. So how could you know that?
I don't understand what your point is. Like, what's your point?
Sir, I
can
don't know if you know
literally
what
see how
planet
much the
we're on.
doctor got
What the
paid.
hell are we talking about here, dude?
What is single? What is the word that you're saying? What healthcare? Single what?
Single payer healthcare. Sorry, universal
Single
healthcare,
payer?
sir. Universal healthcare.
Right. You can literally see what the insurance is going to pay the doctor.
Yeah. Well, not the doctor, usually the hospital. I guess if you have a individual doctor, then maybe. Instead of going to a hospital.
Even any service at all, any medical service
Yeah,
at all.
you can still see
literally
that
see
in universal
how much they're paying
healthcare,
them.
sir.
Huh?
Yeah. You would still be able to see that.
Right. And what I'm trying to tell you is that when you implement universal health care, you have no power over how much the government is going to pay the doctor for these services.
Why would I want to have control over that?
The reason why you would want
why
to
are
have
you
control-
saying that as if it's something that I need? Sir, if I go
reason
to
why
a
you would want-
doctor, sir, if I go to a doctor, all right, and the doctor gets paid in full for the services that they gave me, right? Why do I give a shit?
So you don't care how much money they got paid?
The doctor?
Yeah.
Not really. No. Why would I?
And that's the disconnect. That's the disconnect.
I don't
That
care
is
now,
where
and I wouldn't
the-
care then. Why would I care?
Right. And exactly. So you're okay with doctors robbing taxpayers. You don't
That's
care how
ridiculous,
much they're
sir.
getting paid.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you don't care how much they're getting paid. So if they get paid $1,000 to look into your ear, you don't care.
I would probably care.
So
It's
now you change your
insane.
position. So now you care.
No, sir. What I'm saying is you're making it sound like when I go to the doctor, that's happening, and it's not.
Right. And, we
And
can
it
go
wouldn't be
ahead, you can
happening
say
then
that it's
either.
not.
This has nothing to do with the conversation. You're making, sir, would you care if the doctor got paid 1 cent for looking in your ear?
Yeah, I would actually.
Why?
Yeah. Because I feel like that's undervalued. And I
Oh,
would
so the
want
doctor
to
knows you know
pay
the
more.
doctor's value and the doctor doesn't?
The doctor's value is my own independent decision. If I don't think that service is worth that much money, then I would go and seek another doctor and try
Yeah.
to find the service I wanted for the price that I think is fair. And it
You
should
mean
be
so exactly what the
everyone
government would be
taking-
doing in this situation for you?
For me, yes. And that would be where
If you didn't
don't
like it, then
care
you could
how
just
much
switch
they're getting paid.
doctors, sir.
Right. And they're
But you
going
could
to
do
be
that
charging
now
the
and you
same
could do
thing as
that
every-
then.
Huh?
You could do that now
that?
and you could do that then. Like if we had universal healthcare, you could do that. You could do that now through private insurance. So what?
Right. So you would have doctors that have morals, and then you would have doctors that don't have morals.
Right. And you would have a
And the doctors
constant
that don't
check
have
on that
morals
system.
would charge more.
Sir, and you would have a constant
Huh?
check on that system. Sir, do you
There
not
is-
know how
there-
the
no, there's
Department
no
of
check.
Veterans Affairs works right now?
There's no check. There's no check.
You think that there's no check, that there's just doctors out there charging $500,000 to clip a hangnail, and the Department of Veterans Affairs is just paying it out. That's what you think fucking happens.
I think there is a form of that level of fraud that may not be as
right, then prove it.
exacerbated as
Then
you
prove it.
stated. The proof is the fact that I can go from one pediatrician to another, and they're both covered, and one
Is
will
your
cost me
pediatrician
50,
covered under the
and
Department of
the-
Veterans Affairs?
Explain to me why one doctor can get 50.
Sir,
and the
is
other
your
one can get 3.
pediatrician covered under the Department of Veterans Affairs?
Well, I'm not a veteran.
Okay, then that wasn't the question I asked you. I said, are you familiar with the way the Department of Veterans Affairs works right now? And the reason I'm asking you about the VA is because they were a government-ran healthcare system. Okay, which has all of those checks and balances in there. You still have to get referrals from a doctor. Then they have to, when you go to the referral, they have to explain the services that they're giving you. Then they have to get permission in order to, to treat you for a certain thing. They have to give their price. That price gets checked and audited to make sure that matches like the industry standard for what you're actually getting. And then you can get the service. It's a consistent check,
Right.
just the same way. Okay, that insurance has a check on it. You get a referral, they send it up, you have to request a service, all that sort of stuff, blah, 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 blah. Right? You're getting that check regardless. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, when you're saying that, oh, there would be no check if there was universal health care. Of course there would be.
Let me explain an advanced concept for you that is the same concept that you're talking about, but it's dealing with the home industry.
No,
You're talking about
absolutely fucking not.
okay. No, absolutely not. You didn't bring up the market value. You didn't bring up market value and how it's determined.
Sure, I said the industry
You didn't
standard.
say that? It's the industry standard. You didn't bring that up.
I
How is that
did. I didn't say
calculated?
market value. No.
It's the same way as the home market value. It's the same way as the home market value.
Yeah, cool. You want to look at how freaking the Department of Veterans Affairs
So
handles
why
that too?
Can't I make that comparison?
Sure. If you're going to
So
talk
why
about how
can't
the
I make that
Department of
comparison?
Veterans Affairs also checks that before they allow someone to get a VA loan, then that's fine.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the way that that's calculated is a scam.
You're saying the way the
same way that
VA
home values
decides
home
whether
values
somebody's
are a scam.
house is actually worth the value in order to give someone a loan is a scam.
You don't know how home values are calculated, do you?
Sir, I'm not talking about how home values are calculated. I'm talking about how the
Right.
VA decides whether you can get a VA loan.
It's insane.
Because we are talking about universal health care. We are talking about how the government
And
does
how do they
business.
determine
So
the
we are
price
talking
again?
about the
By
government.
what
I am not
first
talking
you-
about all of this other shit that you're talking about. You are making the claim that there is an excessive amount of
parallel
fraud.
concepts.
Listen, because I'm getting over this real quick. Okay? You are making a claim that under universal health care, okay, there would be fraud in the system because they would be charging people this exorbitant amount of money to have a pediatrician look in your ears. I still haven't figured out why you're going to a pediatrician. But regardless of any of that, okay, that they'd be charging you $300 for this, okay? And I'm saying the Department of Veterans Affairs, which already works as a single-payer healthcare system in the United States, okay, already has checks to make sure that doesn't happen. All right? You are saying that
check-
it is still full of fraud. I want you to explain to me how.
Right. And once again, I'm going to say it again. The checks that you stated, the system that you stated to determine how much money that the Veterans Affairs would pay the doctor, you are not addressing how that calculation is determined.
You don't know
And
how
I'm
that
telling you
calculation
that-
is determined.
Okay. And
That's
I'm
why you're
telling
trying to switch
you
it to home
that-
values, because you don't know how it's determined.
Okay. Okay.
You're right,
So
sir. I do not know exactly. I do not know exactly how the VA determines their calculation for what's a good price for healthcare and what's a bad price. You know what else I don't know? How insurance does it. I don't know how any of those people make that calculation. I have no fucking clue.
Got it. And
Okay? No,
Okay, and
no
you know
fucking
what?
clue. I don't have a clue in hell how that works. Okay? But you're saying there's
Right.
but I'm not the one, sir, listen. But I'm not the one claiming that there's mass fraud in it. Okay? You are. So you have
Right.
to prove the fraud. Where's it at?
Okay, so you see how you steamrolled my point. I'm going to start over again. So you are talking about the systems that are verifying the price that they're going to pay the doctors, and I'm telling you that that same system is parallel to the same system as how you evaluate home value.
No, it's fucking not. And you don't know that because you don't know how the VA evaluates the system when it comes to healthcare.
Got it.
Do you?
Okay.
Do you
don't
know how
know?
the VA?
I'm
Hey, no,
claiming I
no.
do.
Answer my
I'm
question right now.
telling you it's
Answer my
parallel.
question right now. Listen, answer my question right now. Can you explain to me
Mhm.
at any type of comprehensible level how the Department of Veterans Affairs decides which healthcare is within the price range and which is not?
Yes, I 100%
Oh, then explain it.
can tell you.
Not with houses. Explain to me how it's done within healthcare in the Department of VA.
Can I not make the parallel comparison?
Nope,
between
because you cannot
systems
make a
and how they're
parallel
identical?
unless you understand both sides. In order to make a parallel, you have to understand the healthcare side and the housing side. So if you don't understand the healthcare side, you can't make a parallel. So please explain it to me.
Okay, I will gladly explain it to you. So, whenever someone needs a procedure, they go to the VA, and the VA has to seek approval for the procedure. The VA looks at the doctors within the area that are covered and looks at the doctors that are not covered by the VA within the area, and they come up with a, what am I trying to say here? An average price of what it is, maybe for that zip code or a few other zip codes within that area. I don't know what the exact radius is. I know that the radius for homes is 3 zip codes. So it's quite a bit. It's quite a big difference. But whenever you're talking about healthcare, that's how they determine it. And so if someone comes in and a doctor walks in, it walks into a brand new city and he charges exorbitant amounts of money, and then there are other super rich people that walk up in here and they pay for these services by these doctors. Those doctors affect the averages of all the other services within that area, which then gets them an approval by the VA. So that's why they have these doctors that will take pay cuts and they'll charge exorbitant amounts of money, and they'll have their friends come in and pay for those services the same way they do over here where I live, where you have 2 renters that trade properties and they pay $100,000 more on the properties. So then all the homes in that area are now worth $100,000 more, which means everyone has to pay extra property taxes.
Yeah,
which
what you
means
just
they
said is
get
a
to charge
complete
more
bullshit
in
lie,
rent.
by the way.
What is?
Everything that you used to explain how the VA does that was a lie.
Then tell me how it works.
Yeah, literally, it took like a half-second Google search to just look it up. How VA determines payment
Got it.
rates
Tell
when
me how it works.
reimbursing for authorized community care. VA uses the following order to decide which rates apply. Well, number 1, contract negotiated rate. If a contract negotiated rate exists, that rate is used. Secondly, it uses the Medicare rate. If no contract negotiated rate is available, VA uses Medicare rate published by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, including Medicare Administration contractor rates. Number three, VA fee schedule rate. If contract negotiated and Medicare rates do not apply, the VA applies the VAFS rates. And then number four, percentage of bill charge. If no other rate applies, the VA reimburses a percentage of the provider's billed amount, right? The VA schedule does not apply to all types of authorized care. Two exemptions, CHAMP, VA, and dental services. Reimburse rates do not apply coverage, blah, 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 yada, yada. Fee rate. VAFS reimbursed rates are updated annually and may change more frequently. Open to VA. Yeah, nothing of what you just said was true.
Sounds exactly what I said, because the first point was if they have a contract, and I stated when I explained it, whether or not they're covered under the VA, whether or not they're covered under other things, those averages count.
You said none of those things. None of these things have an average whatsoever. In fact, sir, if your entire comparison you made about somebody coming in and having a high price and changing the average, it actually specifically says here that it still wouldn't pay the higher average. You would just pay a percentage.
I'm not proposing that.
You also never said the fucking word contract, by the way.
Did not say that they paid the highest average, sir.
No, you said the high
that there will
affects
be
the
doctors that
average,
come in
and no, it fucking
that
doesn't.
raise the average.
Nope, it doesn't.
Over time.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Cool.
That's what I heard whenever you read it.
Cool. Well, I'm sorry you weren't listening.
I know grammar's really hard. I totally get it. You were telling me about how you can't tell the difference.
None of that
between
had to
verb
do with
and
grammar,
irregular
sir.
verb, and you probably don't know why commas exist either.
Why commas exist?
Yeah, I like bringing up that whole Trump quote that they like to say, Jeffrey Epstein likes younger women on the younger side, and the comma's like perfectly placed to where you can tell, like if you
Holy
took,
pivot,
like,
sir.
English in
Does
the
your neck
90s
hurt
instead
after
of
that?
the 2000s.
Holy shit, sir. Does your neck hurt after that pivot?
It's not a pivot. I'm
No,
trolling
sorry. I
right
guess
now.
technically it would
Giving
be
you
a
an example of how
deflection.
you probably can't
It would be a
interpret English.
deflection, actually. But regardless.
Okay. I don't. I mean, if you don't believe it, just look at the state of Brazil. Brazil, how old is Brazil? And it's had universal health care for I don't even know how long. And their health.
Why don't you look at Norway or Sweden or Germany or any of the other countries that have it? Why are you just pointing out Brazil? Or China or Israel? We actually help pay for Israel's universal health care. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. I'm not a fan of Israel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like they like to threaten way too much, and they kind of.
Yeah, I am not interested on your thoughts on Israel. Thanks.
That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, to be completely honest with you, I'm not interested on your thoughts on fucking anything anymore. So, I guess have a good one.
Scam you, bro. Yeah.
Y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. I didn't kick him. He actually just bounced. I was just tired of it. That was all that was. Y'all, if you guys would like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, all that fun stuff. And live gift goal. I think I might have just filled up my gift gallery for the money guns. We might have to switch that out, see if we can get closer to getting that gift gallery this week. Oh, we did. Check that out. If you'd like to support, we have another caller. I was going to go through some super chats. Y'all mind if I don't go through super chats yet and see if this caller's worth it? Yeah, we're going to do it. Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing excellent. How old are you? We'll get back to the messages later, all right? Y'all help me hit those gift goals and stuff and support the live. I appreciate you guys and follow and subscribe. Anyways, sorry, how old did you say you were?
37.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I'm gonna change your whole perspective right now.
No, you're not.
Basically, in 2023, right? There's this one billionaire that I knew. and he had a really tough time. He had to decide between if he wanted a second private jet or a yacht. We shouldn't have to be worried about stuff like that. We got to take care of our billionaires.
All right. Well, that was a waste of a conversation. So we're gonna see how moving on. I appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. What about you, Homo?
What about me? What?
I said, what about you, Homo?
Sir, if you're coming up here to hit on me, I would like to let you know I am taken, okay?
But you are a homo, though, right?
Sir, again, if you need to go crash Grinder someplace, please do it on your own time.
So let's talk about something then.
All right. What would you like to talk about?
Let's talk about that little incident at the State of the Union speech.
You mean Donald Trump's speech? I mean, it was a pretty large incident,
Yeah.
sir. It was a pretty large
let's talk about
incident.
why
It's
your,
pretty
your
depressing. We had to sit through the whole
Democrats
thing,
didn't stand
but you
up
know, I guess we're still
for the
here.
American people.
I guess I did technically survive it, but like I'm not the same person, you know?
So why do you think the Democrats didn't stand up?
I could not care less. I wish they hadn't stood up for anything the whole time.
So you're a traitor too, then.
Okay. Didn't know standing up made you a traitor.
It does.
Were you one of those people who thought like Kaepernick was a traitor because he took a knee? You one of those weirdos?
I think people like yourself who make big spectacles out of little minor issues, you guys are traitors.
Gotcha. So I make big spectacles out of little tiny issues, and you're over here whining about people not standing up.
You and your LGBT.
Sir,
crap
sir,
about
sir,
your
sir. So
riots
just to
and
be
all
clear,
that
hey,
crap,
hey,
and
shh. So get it.
that makes that makes you guys
All right, sir. Please don't make me mute you. I will. Thank you. So gotcha.
You can't-
So
you don't like
all
the
right,
truth.
and there you go. So let me get this straight. Tony, thank you so much for the whale. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tony. Oh my God, we might actually hit this gift gallery. So let me get this straight. I make big things out of little things, and you're up here whining about whether people were standing up.
Do you make videos?
That was a question, sir.
I didn't hear your question. What was your question?
All right. So I'm up here making a big deal out of little things that don't matter, but you're up here whining about Democrats standing up.
Well, it was a simple suggestion from Trump, about standing up for Americans first, and they didn't stand. What does that say?
Nothing, because it's standing up.
And standing
Because
up
it
for the American
because it
people,
means
which they did
literally
not do,
fucking nothing,
which
sir.
I'm pretty sure if you were president, you yourself wouldn't have stood up because you are a traitor yourself.
If I was president, I wouldn't have made such a ridiculous
You
comment,
support
sir.
the
I also
LGBT
wouldn't have been up there
flag over
slurring
the
my words
USA
for fucking
flag.
2 hours. I also wouldn't have been up
Because
there
you're a-
just lying for 2 hours. I also would have done my hair better. Holy shit. And my makeup. I would have done my hair and makeup so much better than Donald Trump did. Holy shit. Or at least hired somebody to do it. Goodness gracious. Just out there looking haggard, bro.
Invaders. That's what I think about you libtards. You guys are traitors. And you don't like the truth, you fag.
He looked like he took makeup and it was just like slapping himself. Maybe that's what maybe Melania did his makeup by
how
like
about
just
we- how
putting a
about we
bunch of
make a
orange
video-
paint like on her hands and just like slapping the shit out of him. You think that's what it could have been? Just out of curiosity. I'm not sure.
Pick on you and three of your friends at the same time, you fag.
All right,
and-
sir. Well, now I have to kick you. I'm sorry that you don't know how to not use proper
Insane.
language for being on social media. And I hope that your kids never start talking to you again. But I am going to have to kick you off the live, and I'm real sad about it. I'm real sad about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, these idiots, bro. These idiots. Y'all, thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I'm over here trying to find the next thing on my gift gallery. If y'all want to help me find the next thing on my gift gallery, go up to the top, hit my name, hit the gift gallery, help me out over here. Because I'm searching through to make one my live gift goal, and I can't find. Oh, there's one. I think that was. Oh, there. That was the one I just found. Tally, thank you so much for the fireworks. I appreciate that. I was just looking for that one. Thank you so much, Tally. Thank you guys so much. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello? No, nothing? All right. Yes, we'll move on. I don't know what, guys. If you guys call in, you have to listen to the phone. If you guys try to do it by listening to the live, there'll be a delay. You'll never know I'm there. Hello, how are you? Hold on. Oh, never mind. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do not.
All right. Sorry, man. I'm only looking for Trump supporters right now. I really appreciate that. I think whoever that last caller was, I think I actually had them on mute. That was like, why are you not talking? And it was actually me. I just had him on mute. I had the whole thing on mute. Whatever. That was on me. That was on me. I apologize. Heathen, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Said he wants to talk. Yeah, that's what a lot of them want to talk about. I understand why Grindr keeps crashing every single time there's a convention, because that's all they want to talk about is freaking male genitalia. It is quite strange. It is quite strange. Thank you so much, Heathen. I appreciate you, brother. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing well.
That's good. How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes, like how many years have you been on this planet, on this mortal plane?
I have been on this in the physical form. I've been here 45 years.
Awesome.
But
How
in
many
the
years have you been
spiritual
here,
form,
like on a different, like not in human years? Just out of curiosity.
well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh,
And
well, because the
yeah,
reincarnation, it kind of fucks with your brain, right?
yeah, the reincarnation. I
Yeah.
have been here many times before. I am the Highlander, but
You're the actual Highlander?
I'm the White Highlander.
Oh.
White Highlander.
So like the better version according to you, huh?
Well, no, just the White Highlander. I mean,
Oh.
it's not better, but just
Like an
representing for
equal
that, for the White
Highlander.
Highlander. Not equal, just
Oh, can't
representing
have
for my
that.
people.
So you want
You
me to
know,
treat
like
him
it's
like one of the
really.
white folk? No. Don't do that.
Say it again.
Nothing. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Of course I do. He cooked. He cooked them. He cooked them all last night.
He
I mean,
did. Was that in
you
between
know,
slurs or when he was laying on the podium? I tend to forget.
well, the slurs were appreciated, but
I'm sure you did
the
appreciate them, sir.
I did appreciate it.
Thank
But
you
the
so much.
pinnacle was the question whether elected officials in America are elected to represent the interests of the American people over illegal immigrants. And it was
It's
very telling.
insane.
It was very telling.
Yeah,
It's
you know
very
what was
telling.
really telling, sir? You're right. I agree with you. It was very telling. I 100% agree with you. What's crazy, what's telling about it is that the US president asked that question. Okay? That's what was actually telling. Okay? Because there is absolutely zero reason in the United States where the American government can't support American citizens. And also at the same time, right? You treat people with respect, follow the law, right? Treat people with dignity and empathy. You can do both of those things at the same time. I'm trying to you can do both those things at the same time. But the fact that the Trump administration wants to make that distinction between those two things, saying that either A, you either have to support American citizens and treat people horribly, or treat people or not. That's, I think, where the problem is, sir.
Okay, may I respond?
Yeah. Oh shoot, I already got that one.
Oh, cool. So, I believe that deporting people who are residing here unlawfully, to their homeland is very humanitarian. It's the most humanitarian way you can deal with the immigration policy in our country. And also,
Hello?
well, yes, you cut me off. But go
I
ahead.
didn't cut you off. You just stopped talking.
No, you cut me off. When you were finished talking, I asked, may I speak? And then you just cut me off.
Okay. Well, continue, please.
All right. So, the most humanitarian way a country can enforce their immigration laws and the integrity of the borders of their country is to deport the people who unlawfully reside here or break those laws back to their homeland.
So you gotcha. So you're a big Biden supporter.
You're cutting me off again.
Well, sir, are you ever gonna finish?
Yeah, I'll finish one.
Because I only have so many hours I can be on live, and if you're gonna talk that slowly, okay, about the exact same point over and over again, then I'm gonna have to cut you off, or we're not gonna be able to have a conversation.
Well, you could just say, "Can I intervene?" And then I'm like, "I'll be quiet," and you could.
Or you could just get to your point more quickly.
Well, yeah. Also,
Guys, get this thing up to 100,000 likes. How are we not there with
point.
over 1,200 people? Let's go. Top that screen, please. Appreciate you.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah. To the greater point, the most humane way you can enforce your immigration laws as a society, as a country, and also the integrity of your borders is just to deport people back to their homeland. So, comparing them to Gestapo and Nazis, which is like that's not okay because those people were killing people and putting them into concentration camps. That's not what's happening.
They're putting them in
the
concentration camps right
scenario-
now. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. That's disrespectful because concentration
Not disrespectful.
camps
It is what
are
it is.
a death sentence.
No, it's
A
not.
death sentence is very different.
Sir, do you know
than
what we
being
did with Sir,
deported
do you know
to
what we
your
did with the
homeland.
Japanese in World War II?
They interned them. They didn't kill them.
Yeah, sir, they were in concentration camps. Okay.
They interned them. They
Right, because there's nothing in the definition of concentration camp that requires you to kill anyone, sir. Nothing. Zero things.
So are you saying there's no difference between killing people in a concentration camp and returning to them to their homeland?
Sir, if they're
Like, we
killing
don't see
people
them
in the
getting off the
concentration camp,
plane.
that's not a concentration camp, sir. That's a death camp. Okay? You're the one that's having a hard
What
time
is
with it.
a
That's
death
a death camp. I'm not saying that they're sending them to death camps. I'm saying they're sending them to concentration camps because they are. Okay? And let's also be very clear that when the Gestapo started, they weren't just a secret police, they were actually an anti-immigration force. That's actually what they were. So I'm sorry that it's a direct comparison. I apologize. But it is.
I mean, I find it absurd that you can compare death camps.
I
to
didn't.
sending people home.
I
We've
actually
all saw-
specifically said they
we have
weren't
all
death
seen
camps,
them-
actually.
We have all seen them
I
get
actually
off the
specifically
plane
did
in
not
South
say that,
America.
sir.
We have
Sir,
all
I act,
seen
sir,
them get off the
sir,
plane.
you are. I will mute you so fast. Do not misrepresent what I said. I did not say that. I did not say it. They were
I'm not
death
gonna
camps.
interrupt you.
Okay.
I'm not interrupting you.
I don't care what you're interrupting me. You are misrepresenting me.
Well, you tell me when you finish, and I'll review.
Yeah, sir. I don't know. You're just whining about freaking terminology and definitions. Do you have a point?
Yeah, the point is, what's happened here with Trump is fighting the globalists and fighting, open borders and a one party system, a one currency in the world, which is more than less controlled by Israel and the Jews.
Yep, I'm not doing that conversation anymore. I'm not doing that conversation anymore. So that was fun. While it was, no, it wasn't. That wasn't fun. I thought we were going to get to a point, but I guess unfortunately we did. I don't really know what to say. That was that got into some, I thought we were going to start talking about lizard people very soon. I really thought the next words out of his mouth were going to be like, see, the lizard people in their giant lizard castle all actually control all the things actually happening. That's what I thought was gonna come. That's what I thought was coming. He then says, how many dog beers has this guy had? Is one beer one dog beer? Is that like 7 human beers? Just out of curiosity, is that how that works? I've never had a dog beer, or maybe I have. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Polly. Great fan, big fan of you. Look at this, fantastic. How are you?
Who is this?
Great guy. Look, I'm a huge fan of your channel. You're doing fantastic. Keep talking about me. It's gonna be great, and nobody can stop you, Polly. And nobody can stop you. I will not silence your speech. I'm a big supporter of free speech. Can you believe it?
Who is this?
Nobody can do it.
This has to be.
I know that.
It has to be. Is this
too, right?
Jaden?
Because who? Polly, come on, Polly. Are
Is
you
it
polyamorous? Is that why your name's Polly Politics? I like the name. Fantastic, Polly.
Or is it Pat? I don't know who is it. Someone saying John Barrett. Who is? I can't pick it out. Damn it. Doesn't quite sound
Don't
like
worry
Jaden.
about it.
Jaden
You
has
know
more
me.
twang in his Trump.
You know me as Donald J. Trump, okay? The greatest president. The most fantastic president. Nobody can do it like me. Nobody can do it like I tell you what. You should check out the State of the Union address. It's fantastic. We win all the time. All the time. We win so much. People just can't believe it. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. Can you believe it? Fantastic.
Well, that's a good one. Regardless, thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate you.
I'm glad we can look at the same page and say this is what it reads. Can you believe it, Polly? Great one. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay.
Thanks, man. I
Okay.
appreciate you. It's not Jaden. I thought it was Jaden at very first. Then I thought it was Pac. But I don't. It wasn't. I don't think it was either of them. I thought it was Jaden. I was like, no. Jaden. When Jaden does his, he's a lot more like. Oh my god, he gets like more like almost throaty with it. Like it's like oh, I don't even know. It's not Packy. I don't think it was either of them. Jaden's real good. Hello, how are you?
Man, I just want to say your hair, your beard looks like the hair on my ball sack. Have a nice night.
Sir, you don't sound like you have hair on your ball sack. All right. I don't think you have any hair there. He probably cuts hair off the back of. He probably cuts hair off the back of his head and freaking puts it on there. You know what I'm saying? Like just like he probably glues it on. It's sad. James, thank you so much for the $5. Says Liam was on Dean's live earlier. There should be a Liam limit, 1 millennium over all podcast. He's rough. He's just rough. What are you gonna do? And Alec, thank you so much for the $5. Said he thinks doctors set the price of services. Yeah. Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, the doctor's like, you know what I feel like doing for swabbing someone's ear today? I think it's gonna be $10,000. $10,000. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How old are you?
I'm 25. I just want to say I love you and what you and your girl does. You guys changed my mind. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you, man. I hope you have a good one, all right? Scott says male callers be Jesus Christ. Male callers must be thinking about Donnie's huge one. I think they do a lot more thinking about Hunter Biden's. I'm pretty sure. After Marjorie Taylor Greene started showing pictures and stuff. I think he I don't know. Just saying. Velvet said, thank you for the laughing disco. Mortimer says, great work as always. Can you turn the volume up on the callers? Hard to hear them. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I turned them down because everybody was like, "Oh, they're too loud," and now I turn them. Now I can't find a happy medium. Y'all either can't hear them or they're too loud. Brilliant, thank you so much for $5. Said this is giving me Art Bell nostalgia. I don't even know what that means. Who's Art Bell? Scott says that boring speech ruined my sleep last night because snooze during Trump. It was really bad. It was really bad. Scott says use super chat time. Ari got a few tonight. All right, it's my turn now. Thank you. I appreciate that. PRP, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Huge W's in chat for PRP. Says thank you for all the work you do. You make me smile daily. You're a sunshine in these dark times. Oh, that was so sweet. That was so sweet. Huge W's in chat for PRP for that. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep double tapping the screen. Let's get Sam to 150,000 likes. I appreciate you. That was so sweet. That's such a sweet thing to say for someone. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. How old are you?
24.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Nah, man. I voted for him, but I don't support him, and I just want to say, Paulie, I like what you do, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
A lot of these people need to wake up, and smell the coffee. Trump ain't doing nothing but destroying our country. He's in the files, and it's crazy to me that people support that. Disgusting, honestly.
I agree. Very disgusting. I completely agree. But all right, man. I'm going to let you go. Have a good one. Hello, how are you? Hello? All right, goodbye. That's okay. We'll keep going through some more of these. Shush, thank you so much for the $5. I said I had to explain to my insurance that my medication is a need is required after my kidney transplant. The insurance weren't they like denying? I think I heard a story about them denying like freaking anti-nausea medication for like children going through chemo. It's some wild shit, dude. It's some wild stuff. Delissa, thank you so much for the $5. Said your MAGA colors are perfect examples of why Dump Truck said I love the poorly educated. They're the only ones that are still follow them. Just put a description. Thank you, Delissa. I really appreciate that. Sorry, someone's putting an Art Bell description in my chat. It's an American broadcaster and author born in June 17, 1945. Best named founder original cause of Coast to Coast AM. Oh, gotcha. I actually know what that is. Funny enough, I actually know what that is. Thank you so much again, Delissa. Hello, how are you?
Outstanding. And yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
45.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
Make America healthy again.
Oh, God. You're Maha?
What's wrong with that?
It's insane.
That's just like the worst.
Is it?
Yeah.
How so?
Like freaking anti-vaxxers and shit? Fucking weirdos, dude.
You fall into that just so easy because who told you that was the actual answer?
Who told you that what was the actual answer?
The vaccine.
What vaccine?
Save yourself. Get a vaccine.
What vaccine?
If you're mocking
Yeah,
me
sir.
for
I'm like super
saying
for
no
like
vaccine,
no measles. Yeah.
then that means you would prefer vaccines, right?
I'd prefer people don't get measles. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you prefer people got measles?
It helps.
It helps if people get measles.
It helps because then people build the immunities to fight those on
People
their own.
literally can get lifelong brain damage.
I don't understand how the human body can't acclimate.
Yeah,
Are
just
you
the way
telling
the
me
same
that
way
the-
the human
that the
body
human
doesn't
body couldn't
acclimate
pull
to
that off
cancer, sir. It
with
just
some
dies.
assistance,
Are you
it
confused on how
Everybody
the
that
body
gets
does?
measles
Sir,
dies?
listen. Hey.
Everybody that gets measles dies. Wondering, is that the answer? Oh, okay.
Thank you. Are you confused about how the body doesn't acclimate to cancer?
Well, cancer's a bit different.
No.
That's a
But you're
man-made
saying I just don't
disease.
understand how the body can't just acclimate
Is
to
there
it.
a
So in
vaccine
your
for cancer?
opinion, sir. So
Is
in your
there a
opinion,
vaccine for
all
cancer
right,
now?
sir. I'm gonna mute you if
Wow,
you can't
this
let
is
me finish
brand
this
new to
sentence. All right, I'll just do it. Anyway, sir, if you're saying that you're confused about how freaking people can't acclimate to diseases, then I was curious on what you thought about other diseases, or if you just thought the body was uniquely had the ability to acclimate to measles and not to other ones.
Through fasting, the body can fight cancer.
Through fasting.
Yes, sir.
So you think that all the people that die of cancer every year could have just fasted and it would have gone away?
That would have been a big help, that's for sure. And not so many X-rays. And leukemia
And
is also
also
another killer.
not so many x-rays. That's what, those are real human words that came out of your
X-rays
actual mouth.
They do more damage than
Guys,
they do good.
This is
They damage
literally
the human biology, which adds
all
to
right.
the cancer.
And you're getting muted again. I keep trying to treat you like an adult. I don't know why I keep trying. Sir, this is literally your average RFK supporter. Okay.
Fair.
Which is wild. Okay, which is
Okay.
wild. So let me be very clear, all right? Vaccines save a whole shit ton of lives, okay? And are they perfect? No, but God, they help a whole lot of people from dying, okay? Healthcare has advanced significantly over a whole for hundreds of years. And healthcare has literally helped people to stay alive longer. That's why our freaking, mortality rates are lower. That's why our lives are longer. That's why all sorts of everything, and we can fight everything. And listening to people like this say that somehow if you just stop eating for a little bit, you're now going to fucking like start curing deadly diseases. It's not only bad, it's actually dangerous, okay, to actual real healthcare that actually helps people. And is healthcare perfect? No. Is they make mistakes? Of course. Okay. But listening to this people like this guy will literally get you killed. So please don't do it. All right?
Yeah, I believe you're off on your basis. I
Cool.
believe research would help you out.
Cool. Sorry. I was just unmuting you to say goodbye. I'm not gonna continue to have that conversation. What, crazy? I'm not gonna let you sit up here and be platformed saying crazy shit like that. VJ, thank you so much for the $2. Said check the incoming call volume. If done, get money. I did adjust it a little bit, so hopefully it's a little bit better now. So hopefully that helped. Elicano, thank you so much for the $5. Pixie, thank you so much for the 5. Said had someone ask about Trump RX at the pharmacy today, then threw a fit they can't use it on all their medications. Oh, doesn't it only have like 11 or 12 or something like that? It only isn't most of it Wegovy or whatever. It's 41 now. Oh, it's there. Isn't most of it like Wegovy or like Ozempic or some shit? Something like that. VJ, thank you so much for the gifted membership. And VJ, again, thank you for the 5 gifted membership. I think we actually had someone show their 6 membership thing today too. So I think that's what that was for. I really appreciate that. Velvet, thank you so much for the $10. Says, I'm not American. I'm somewhat confused by the SOT for the State of the Union providing accurate info. It just sounds like Trump is acting like a circus performer and the US is allowing it. It's time for a new system. I agree. We need a new system. And yes, the State of the Union actually
Insane.
sometime in our past actually did mean something, funny enough. It actually was important. But now it's just a fucking circus. So did the presidency at some point. At some point, being the president actually meant something. And now it's just a fucking clown show. And like the clown show would be like, but it's like people are like, yay, go clown. Like it's wild. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much, Velvet. I don't know how to pronounce it. It said Trump State of the Union is love. Biden State of the Union was hate. Oh yes, love, as he just tried to sow division the entire time. The Democrats wouldn't even stand up when I said a loaded question. I couldn't believe it. I was trying to trick them, and so I kind of did it. Ha ha ha. It's because I love everyone. Lovely Goddess, thank you so much. Why is this caller obsessed with the pediatrician? I don't know why he couldn't just say a normal doctor. It was so strange that he kept going back to the pediatrician. Okay? It was so strange. I feel like that guy maybe spends a little bit too much time around pediatricians. I feel like he might be on a list. I'm not positive. Someone might want to check his call logs. NSA, if you're listening. Shush, thank you so much for the power potion. I really appreciate that. Karina, thank you so much for the party hat. Oh my goodness, we're going through so many. And the bro said it's John Barron. So I'm not gonna lie, I had to like look up what that was. I had no idea. So, which I'd actually heard this before, and then it just had been a while, and so like I had to go. Anyways, y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. I hadn't heard it in a while, so I was like, I had totally forgot about it. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I know now. I hadn't heard it in a while and I'd forgotten about it. Delissa, thank you so much for the 6-7. Wake Up Speak, thank you so much for the $10. Sorry, probably had to troll. I was the caller that said billionaires need more money. I love your show. Keep it up. You're excused this time from your troll. Okay, you're excused this time. It was kind of funny. Scott said, had diabetes, type 2 diabetes for 20 years and paid nothing for meds. I'm Canadian and very happy I don't live Donnie's shithole. All my x-rays let me shit guy. First of all, even though you got all those, diabetes care for free for 20 years, just let you know, if you hadn't got all those x-rays, you might not have even had to. So according to that last guy, pretty sure that's not how that works. I'm pretty sure he's a trusted physician, so we should go with what he says. Fly said there are actually preventative vaccines for some types of cancer. Anti-vax people are just the worst and just don't know shit about medicine. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Don't take Tylenol, don't get vaccines, and it sounds like their entire point to that is just stop eating. If you just stopped eating, then I think most of your stuff would go away. That's how that works, right? Just stop eating. All right. I do have a few more callers calling in, but I think I'm going to call it a day. I think I'm still in YouTube jail for whatever reason. Tara, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. I think I'm still in YouTube jail. I've been up for about 2 hours, so I think I'm going to call it a day. Go get some sleep. I do have to work in the morning. So, one more. No. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll be back on nice and early tomorrow around, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow. Something like that. So Central. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Look forward to new stuff coming soon. All right. I'm really, really excited. So hope you guys have a good one. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.